I know I may sound like a freak in this one, but you can do nothing about it. So, as you can see by the title, this is about superpowers. Which superpowers would be realistic and decent to use in real life? Alright, so first off, I want superpowers. I say that superpowers with less obviousness would work for in real life. And those superpowers are mind control and time freeze and teleportation and mind reading. I know there are plenty more stuffs, but those superpowers that I just said are the ones that should be used in real life, and not flight, and not super strength and super speed, in being able to control the elements. Because here's why. If you want to have a superpower where you can fly, that can be pretty obvious because, for example, a lot of people would see you flying and just straight up say, how the heck is that person flying? Like, you would gather a lot of attention, and you might even gather some sick heads out there. Like, imagine you're sleeping, just, take a break from flying 300 miles per hour, and then some government agents just break into your house and kidnaps you and locks you up in a cell where they would run hundreds of tests of you. You're basically becoming a lab rat. It's because, yeah, like, just imagine that. Like, imagine how much of a pain it would be to have a superpower flight. Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously those scientists would be curious, how the heck did this person had a superpower? Like, that's why they would run a lot of experiments on you. And if you're saying, oh, they cannot catch me, I'm always flying, they would. We have satellites now. They can track you down anywhere you go. Like, no cap, they would even put, like, no cap, bro. I believe that every person that is registered in a hospital, that is legally registered, has a tracker in them. And I mean, it doesn't need to be injected anyway. Our phones have trackers. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So basically, yeah, having a superpower flight can be risky if you use it excessively and mindlessly. So the superpower, super strength, yes, that is also risky to a greater extent because a lot of people would have interest kidnapping you and running some tests. You're saying, like, you don't know how much sickheads out there. And so yes, that's why superpower superpowers with less obviousness and less attention gatherer would be much more ethical and logical and practical in real life. For example, mind reading. It's so simple yet so powerful. Like, imagine that you're in a lottery and then you use your power, mind reading. And wait, mind reading. Oh wait, I'm talking about future sight. Anyway, so yes, I want to use mind reading as a daily superpower because first off, you can easily blend it in the masses. It's not attention gatherer. It's just really, like, not obvious. Like, you can use that anywhere. Like, you can literally be like undetected. Like for example, you're in a class, you don't know what's the answer for this test, and then saying you use your mind reading power and mind read your smart classmates and get the right answer. Like you know what I'm saying? It's so logical and practical now. And time stop. Let's talk about that. Okay, so involving time stop here. This is where a lot of people just really shows their darkest side. Because 90% of people, one of you freak people out there, if you have the superpower time stop, I bet you would literally like commit crimes. Yeah. So yeah, in general, time stop is a superpower for criminals. Because I am sure that one of you are literally like, if you had a 24 hours of time stop, you would literally like you will literally spread your seed to literally 90% of women out there. Like I am sure there are some of you that are like that and would act like that if that somehow happened. So yes. So if I ever had a time stop power, I would use it in a much more different way. For example, money. Instead of robbing and getting money, like thousands of dollars, I would instead, for example, in a bank, I freeze the time. I freeze the time, and then I'm not gonna, like, rob the bank or anything. Instead, I would go to the nearest city. For example, New York. Thousands of people are out there, and I would freeze time, and then I would go to each individual's pocket and get a small amount of money from theirs and not a big amount of money. And here's why: so that I won't cause any chaos and panic, and it won't really be that much of a deal. And since, for example, based on my research, New York City has like literally thousands of people there daily. So, since there's thousands of people daily, I would instead steal one of the money, $1 to each person. Yes, I know that would take me a lot of time, but it would be very saddleable. And I would not steal millions of dollars, because if I did steal millions of dollars, the authorities would definitely take notice of me. Like, how the heck did this kid had thousands of dollars or millions of dollars when he's a middle class person? Like, how? See, that would be risky and foolish, because you would grab a lot of attention to the people out there and might question you and discover you. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're following me, because I really hope you understand my point. Because yeah. So yes, if you have the powers time stop, use it in a practical way. Don't use it mindlessly, because it's basically that saying, freak around and find out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And also, if you're planning to just straight up spread your seed to every woman on the planet, I would not do that. Yes, I would. Alright. What I'm about to say would sound freaky as heck, so bear with me. So, for example, I had a superpower time stop. And then I stopped the time. I then took advantage for that and look around for some baddies out there and do the things that devious people would do. And then as I'm doing that, I would not climax inside that woman. Because first of all, it's because, you know, if I you know, if I did climax inside and release the seed inside that woman, that has a chance of getting, that has an evidence of my my genetic evidence and my DNA is literally inside her. Like, that could be literally my downfall, bro. Like, the authorities could literally track me down there. So instead, as you're doing, do not try your best to not climax inside that woman. Instead, pull out. Instead, pull it out and then, yeah, just basically catch it with a tissue paper. So yeah. Oh my gosh, damn. I've not even done this, but there's so many things. Damn. Okay, bro. Seems like there is a criminal bloodline in my bloodline. Okay, that feels disturbing.